Hello and welcome to Let's Begin, the daytime meditation and hypnosis podcast with me, Christopher Fitton. Please remember to subscribe and listen to this recording in a safe place that if you were to fall asleep, you could do so safely. And let's begin. Start by focusing on a spot on the wall or ceiling. Look away and then get comfortable, and then look back and focus on that spot again. Close your eyes as you take a deep breath in and then relax and breathe out. I want you to imagine some colours in your mind's eye. A colour that you want to choose. Maybe your favourite one, or just a colour that has come into your vision. There may be so many colours. It might even be a rainbow, or like a rainbow. But the colours dart around until they start to circle around you. And as they do this, they offer you a sense of safety and calmness. It can envelop you, offering you a sense of deep peace as it helps relax you from the top of your head all the way down to the bottom of your feet. All the muscles in your neck, shoulders and arms relax. All the muscles throughout your back, from your upper back and lower back, relax. Your upper chest muscles drop and relax. Your belly muscles relax, allowing you to do deep stomach breathing. Your hips and pelvis relax, and your thighs, calves and feet all relax. You feel so relaxed from the top of your head all the way down to the bottom of your feet. And now that you are feeling totally relaxed and calm, I want you to imagine that you are walking down a very familiar street, the street that you grew up on. It's a warm summer day. You feel comfortable, and the sky is a cool blue. The houses are just the same as they once were. The colours of the doors exactly as you remember. As you continue to walk, the hubbub and noise from your busy life starts to fade and become quieter with each step. Each step you take towards your childhood home takes you back to that time when you were carefree and life was so simple. You're leaving behind the stresses and distractions of your adult life as you continue down this familiar road You walk past all of the familiar houses, remembering the gardens or cars that you would pass as a child until you finally see it, your childhood home. As you see this house, you are reminded of the happy and comforting times that you once had here. The feeling of warmth and security washes over you, and you feel calm and comforted here. What do you see? What does it look like? What does it feel like? Now that you have reached the house, you can reach out and touch the door. You remember the colour of the door and the shape of the windows. You reach out to grab the handle. It feels smooth and cool in your hand. As you turn the handle and open the door, you feel a sense of calm and peace fill your body. You are back in a place where you once felt so happy and where life was so simple. Even turning the door handle brings back memories of coming and going from your home. It could have been going to school or to places where you had happy times and experiences. As you step inside the house, you close the door behind you, closing out the stresses and sources of frustration in the world. This is a safe place, a place from your past that cannot be troubled by any problems you may have in your present. This is a safe space that can do you no harm, and you can decide to leave this space whenever you want. And if you do leave, you will be transported to a familiar destination of calmness and peace. And now in the house, you are reminded back to your childhood, and you decide what direction you would like to take in the house. What would you like to explore now? If you can't quite remember, that's fine, that's good. Just take in the feelings, let them guide you. Things might just pop back into your mind as you explore. As you continue on your journey around this home, you look at the walls and see the same familiar pictures, old family photos or artwork that reminds you of your loved ones. The memories associated with these images make you feel uplifted and happy. You may wish to stop and linger as some of the special pictures relive a fond memory for you. It may be a happy holiday or a family wedding, or it may be the sense of pride you get from a graduation photo or family photos that have just been left up for years. Whatever it is, take a moment to absorb this feeling as you relive this memory. Now, you can continue to view your old home. You are drawn to the kitchen area, where you can smell comforting, familiar smells from the kitchen. It's the smell of your favorite childhood meal. Take a moment to enjoy this smell and the feelings associated with it. You might be able to hear the memories of what happened here, the people who occupied it. You remember the feelings of excitement that you would get as a child, knowing what you would have for this meal, feeling the contentment it would bring to you. You take your usual seat at the table and begin to eat. The plates have the same pattern you remember from your childhood, and with each bite, it brings you a sense of peace and calm to you. The familiar flavors filling your soul. And as you finish the food, you start to observe the kitchen, the colours of the cabinets, the views from the window, all unchanged and making you feel so at home. You decide to explore the rest of the house and begin to walk towards the living room. This is often the main room of the house. Your feet know the way here, treading the familiar path without you even thinking about it. You walk into the living room, and that same sense of warmth and familiarity greets you. The sofas or couches are just the same. They have the same soft feel as your hand grazes against them. They seem so inviting, so you decide to take a seat, the same spot you always sat in as a child. As you sit, the sofa envelops you in the same way it did when you were a child. It seems sculpted around your body. As you relax, you begin to take in your surroundings. The walls and the curtains are just the same. You begin to play back the happy memories of your childhood, the holidays you had here, your family all sitting together to watch TV, maybe with decorations up, maybe with a Christmas tree in its usual spot. Take a moment to let these happy memories join and become part of you as you journey back to these times. You think of your caregivers that were here. You can observe the good memories you had with them. You take it all in and imagine the times you had, the memories, the time of your life here. As you're thinking about happy times, it's soon time to visit one of the most special rooms in this house, your childhood bedroom. But before we go there, you can go exploring. You can go and see the rest of the house. You can go into any rooms you want to enter. Just go and explore where you want to. You can walk the corridors, opening doors and seeing what lies behind them, taking in the sights, smells and noises. If you want to, you can visit the garden if you grew up with one and explore outside, smelling the grass, air and plants, remembering the nice times you had playing here. You can go through the house and gardens as fast or as slow as you would like. Just experience this place in your own time and on your own terms, and let your mind wander as you move around the house. You enjoy this so much as you go on your way. And you just take your time and explore. You enjoy this so much as you go on your way. If you would like to enjoy or see any part of the house in your own time, you can just pause and do so. Now is the time where you've decided to go and visit your bedroom. Your feet seem to lead the way without you even thinking, and you head towards the stairs, and you place your hand on the rail. It feels solid and familiar to you. You place your foot on the first step, and you begin to ascend. With each step, you feel lighter and freer, closer to the sense of freedom you had as a child. Step 1. The tension in your shoulders dissolve. Step 2. You feel your arms swinging with a lightness. Step 3. Any weight in your chest starts to dissolve. Step 4. The weight has almost entirely gone. Step 5. Your heart feels light and optimism is flowing through you now. Step 6. Your feet have a lightness now, and your steps seem to bounce. Step 7. Your whole posture seems to unlock, and you feel open and at ease. Step 8. Your body and soul feel light and pure. Step 9. The burdens in your mind float away and dissipate like a fog in the morning sunlight. Step 10. You set foot upstairs and finally you feel the same exact sense of carefree and joyful existence you had in your childhood. You realize that the feelings of stress and worries in your life are pointless, and while the things that cause these feelings must be dealt with, the negative emotions these things bring with them will not help you. You see the simplicity of the world through your childhood self, how this version of yourself allowed you to deal with your emotions and not bury them until they become too much. This version of you prioritized happiness. This version of you wasn't afraid to ask others for help. And this version of you was optimistic about the future. Embrace these traits and hold them close to your heart. Now that you are upstairs, you glance around the landing. You see the bedrooms of your family. You can remember how those rooms looked and how they made you feel. You see the bathroom, remembering childhood bath times and the soft feel of the towels there. It's now time to continue this journey to your bedroom. You feel so excited to go back there. Now that you can remember this feeling of warmth and this sense of lightness in your soul, you wish to carry it with you always and return to it whenever you feel overwhelmed. as you open the door to your room, these positive feelings strengthen and intensify. This space gives you joy, and this joy gives you power. The power to be you. The room is exactly how you remember it to be. There may be posters or photographs on the walls, or collections of your most prized objects on the shelves. And these treasured items give you a strong sense of happiness and joy. As you look upon them and relive the connections to the past, you know that thinking of these again in the future will bring back the same sense of who you truly are. You take in the room. It feels so safe, so familiar, so loved. Being here brings you a sense of calm and peace, and you remember how it felt not to be burdened by the pressures of adult life, to be full of joy and happiness. You know that this child is still present within you, and you simply have to let them come to the fore. You look at the old bed and reminisce about the covers. They're your old favourite ones. You remember how soft they were and the safety and comfort you felt when you snuggled within them. You see a book on the bedside table. You stop to take a look. You remember this book. You remember sneaking on your bedside light when you should have been asleep and reading it. The creases on the cover and curled edges are exactly as you remember them to be. It was a favourite of yours, and you have fond memories of reading it, of falling asleep with it still in your hands sometimes. You are filled with a sense of possibility that you had when you were a child in this place. You are filled with the optimism and joy associated with this place. This feeling lives here, in this room, in this house, and within you, always. You get into the bed and under the covers and feel the sheets that are just the same as they once were. You feel the softness of the pillow too, and as you snuggle in, you feel so happy and at peace, so relaxed and comfortable. You close your eyes and drift deeper and deeper into sleep, falling ever deeper into blissful and joyful sleep. This sleep is the same deep and untroubled sleep you had as a child. It's refreshing and rejuvenating and healing. So deep and peaceful, you will sleep deeply and heavily all night long, and you know that that when you do wake, you will be in touch with this part of yourself, the child within you, the person who is full of joy and optimism, who is happy and carefree. And you just relax here, knowing that you can leave this place at any time, as it's a memory. And you relax and let go. And now it's time to end this meditation. So on the count of 1 to 3, you'll gently begin to wake up and become fully aware back into the room. 1. Energy moving back into your muscles. 2. Eyes opening, becoming fully aware now. 3. Eyes fully open, back into the room and ready to face the day. Please remember to subscribe and also check out my other podcast called Sleep Cove, which has a sleep version of this recording. Thank you.